So what we will be doing now is obviously I'm going to clean this bucket before I prep this container for a water change. So I normally take this tube out because this is my water change tube as well. So I'll just put some water in. I'll rinse the sides for any residue that is on the side. And then I'll rinse it out. And then after rinsing out, I'll wipe it out as well. And then I'll install it into the water change compartment, and then from there we will fill it up. So once my buckets are in its place, because just next to it is my fish tanks where I do the water change too. So once I install the water, then I'll add some conditioner like Epsom salt and bicarb to lift up the pH, and Epsom salt to help with the hardness of the water. I'll add 2 sachets to both containers, and then once everything is there, I will let the water cycle for about 4 to 5 days depending on the condition and the quality of the water as well. So I will connect the first pipe to the first bucket. And I would lock it up with this so that the pipe does not fall down. I ensure that the pipe is in the bucket as well. And then from there I will then go to the tap. So what I will do is, this is my water change pipe, so it's connected to the outside tap of the home. This is the leading pipe, that these two are the leading pipes, and what I'll do is insert this like this, make it nice and tight. There we go. And then I'll open up the hose pipe and we'll see if the water is flowing to the other side. Okay, let's quickly have a look. Awesome. Okay, so what I'll do next while the water's in the bucket is that I will add 1 of these in each sachet. So this is Epsom salt and these are the bicarb. Like I mentioned, the bicarb is for the pH, to lift the pH of the water, and the Epsom salt is to lift the hardness as well as to facilitate for any diseases. It acts as salt within the tank as well. And it's important to make sure that your water parameters for your fish tank is efficient and it is effective and it's on par with what your fish needs, so that they can have a thriving environment. And this is what I'm using. It's a South African brand, but wherever you are, I'm sure you will find something similar to this. Going to add the following over here. There's no special way to add it, but simply by tearing the packet open and putting in the salt. And you can see it looks like sugar, but in reality it's actually salt. Next, the bicarb. And if you look at the bicarb texture, quite smooth. And why I added to the bucket immediately, it's so that when the water goes into the tank, into the top, it can start to filter and mix, and so that the deposits can dissolve, so that the salt can dissolve, as well as the pH. The salt, not the pH, sorry, the bicarb. We can see that the water is coming almost to the top. Once it's almost to the top, I'll move it over to the next tub, and that will fill up, and I'll add the Epsom salt as well as the bicarb as well. Like I mentioned, I'm going to add the bicarb in this tub as well. And the Epsom salt as well. And there we can see the tub is busy filling up. So I do this water changes about once a week, depending on my time and the water quality that my fish is giving off as well, in terms of the feeding, all the waste that they're producing. And if I see there's a need, I'll do it once a week. If not, I'll do it every second week. It also depends on my time availability, but I always prep after. So once I do water change, I would immediately fill the tubs up, and then I would make sure that the water is cycled, so that when I do need to do water change, I'm ready to do so. So you guys see this pipe over here. This pipe is basically connected to an uplift pump that's inside of the tub, and I use this just as a quick alternative to also get the water pumping and cycling quicker. Okay, so the pipe is inside, as you can see, and just to show that it's on,